All right, joined now by the newest member of the Anaheim Ducks, Kodie Curran. Kodie, kind of a whirlwind week and a bit for you, so thanks a lot for doing this.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I'm looking forward to chatting with you.
So, congratulations, first of all. You signed your first NHL deal with the Anaheim Ducks. It's a, 2-year one-way deal as a 30-year-old, so a pretty amazing accomplishment. So obvious question, just how are you feeling right now that, you're that much closer to realizing your dream?
Yeah, I think when you put things in perspective of kind of where I've gone and what I've done, it really shows that it really makes me appreciate kind of this last week and everything we've gone through. Like you said, whirlwind of emotions, a lot of ups and downs throughout this process, but something I'm never going to forget. And I've been so grateful and been really excited to share it with my family.
Well, and you worked so hard to get to where you are today. Can you kind of take us through that journey? Because as I mentioned, it's a bit of an unorthodox way to get to the NHL.
Yeah, I think a lot of adversity through the career that I think I've had to battle. Not saying that other guys don't, but I just think that there's late bloomers and then there's really late bloomers, and I was a really late bloomer. I didn't start playing, some high end hockey until maybe I was 20, and then maybe I took a bit of a break and maybe really got into my own element when I was 25. So I was a late bloomer, and as you go through your career, everyone puts a label on the teams that you should be playing for and the things that you should be doing and where you should be at a certain age. And I think a lot of kids and a lot of people, parents especially, get caught up in that. And they put a lot of pressure on their kids, or they put like I didn't have any pressure from my parents. They really just wanted me to love the game of hockey, and I did that. And I think that's what got me through those tough times, was just my passion for the game. So I didn't do anything that the hockey world says we should do, and I'm here now. So I think there is other ways to do it, and I hope that this opens up, a can of that to show that there is other ways to get to your dream.
And I guess on that note, obviously a lot of hard work to get to where you're at, but also sacrifice as well. And you talked about that support. How much did that support from your family and friends help as well, especially going to play in Europe, and having a wife and now a young daughter?
Yeah, there's the work that you have to put in to kind of be successful, like we had talked about, and then there's getting through that with the people around you that impact your life. And I I have to talk quite slowly here because I do get very emotional because my family has meant everything to me. And when I think about this moment and sharing it with them, words aren't enough to explain what they mean to me. To be that far away from home over in Europe, and to constantly be on FaceTime or getting texts from your family just saying you're doing the right thing. They really solidified for me that I was in the right place in my life, and what I was doing was right. There was a ton of people that was saying, I was in some bottom leagues to start, not making a ton of money, and they're saying, you know what, Kodie, like, you got a wife now, you got, maybe you need to, start working for your dad, or because my dad owns his own business and things like that. It would be the easy thing to do. And my family has always made sure and reassured me that the right thing to do was to do what you love. And I was born to play this game. And I'm not where I'm at without them. So they've been very impactful in a very positive way for me.
Well, and going back now, jumping way back to your minor hockey days here in Alberta, again, a lot of players will play. You played Bantam AAA, and a lot of those players will go on to play the Alberta Cup, maybe get drafted into the WHL, and you played midget AA, which we've seen a couple other players do, like Colton Parayko. Obviously he was having a successful career in the NHL now. You had a really successful Alberta Junior Hockey League career and then played CIS in Calgary as well. So, again, a bit of a different journey for you, but how much did all that grassroots hockey in Alberta really help develop you along the way?
Yeah, I mean, it was my platform. I think what's so great about it is kind of the development and all the kind of the branch offs that you can go into to play to have success. There's so many different categories and levels for everybody. So it was huge. I always remember my roots and where I came from. I think Hockey Alberta has done a great job in developing young kids and making sure that there's enough areas for all types of skills to play. So Yeah, it was amazing. Midget double A, you're thinking, like I said, you're thinking, why am I not on the triple A team? What do I got to do to get on the triple A team? Like, now what happens? Now I'm not going to get drafted. There's so much doubt in your mind when you play in midget double A at such a young age too. And it's unfortunate. And I think that now kids are starting to be molded a little bit earlier to deal with that. And I think it's great, but I think it's important just to remember that wherever you're playing, you're not the player you're going to be in the future and many years down the road. So just to really enjoy it. And that's what I tried to do. I really loved my teammates and my coaches, and we had a great year there in Midget Double A. And it was great what Hockey Alberta has done for me.
And now going back, signing with the Ducks, obviously, especially in times like these, with a lot of uncertainty in the world in the NHL, has to feel pretty good for the Ducks to go out and sign you. You're coming off a pretty amazing year in the Swedish Hockey League. League MVP, which is a great accomplishment. So congratulations to that. What's life look like for you now? Obviously, it's kind of a waiting game for the NHL to come back. But how are you enjoying your time at home right now, and I guess getting ready for that eventual season?
Yeah, for me, I've always just tried to worry about the things that I can control. I think as far as the future of hockey, it's in great hands with all the NHL board and everyone that's trying to keep everyone safe and instill these protocols. For me, I'm so grateful for this time just with my family. I know the world's hectic right now, and there's a lot bigger worries in the world than hockey. And for me, I'm just really focused on keeping my family safe and really enjoying the genuine, sincere time with them, because we know how hockey seasons get. They get chaotic and time away from home. So I get to wake up every morning with my new year-old daughter and my wife, and it's been amazing. Last year was an amazing season. I ended up getting into a team with young guys, great players, and we got hot, and it was an amazing year and one I'll never forget. But yeah, we don't really know what the future holds. Like I said, I'm just trying to worry about things I can control and be as prepared as I can whenever hockey starts next year.
And I guess just to end things off here, do you have any words of encouragement for the young hockey players around Alberta, especially those, they're chasing their dreams, maybe they come up against a bit of adversity. What can you say to them just to kind of push through and keep going?
Yeah, I've gotten that question a couple times, and I just think if you're going to take anything out of it, I didn't make a one team, I don't think, ever. I didn't make midget AAA. I was at a crossroads of whether or not to play defense or forward at 17 years old. So for me, I always just tried to really fall in love with the game of hockey. And if you don't love it, and if it's not for you, then that's great. But I know there's a ton of kids out there that love the game of hockey. And for me, let that be your inspiration, and let that be kind of something that pushes you through these tough times is the fact that you love the game for its purity, and not for its politics or for the team that you're on, if it's not the one that you want to be on. I always tried to be latched on to someone who inspired me to push through, and there's always someone and somebody in any league anywhere in the world that's finding a way to be successful. So find your own success, write your own story, and enjoy the process, because that's what you remember when you're older.